I cannot stand the way you look.
Let's go ahead and clarify, starting from the beginning. So it's and what's funny is the card is begin. Okay. I'm literally choking and laughing at the same time, and my ears are ringing because spirit is so beautiful. Period. There are no questions, no mistakes. Okay. I don't care what the information is, but you gonna get the information no matter what form you get it through. Stop being so judgmental about what you see. Judge people by their heart, not by the cover. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at tarot reading as something negative. Stop doing that, y'all. Y'all good for that, but then y'all look at, PDF files and people that, you vote for people who are, and it's, I'm just saying, you do that and then you sit here and want to complain about people that is speaking obvious truth. That really just bugs the hell out of me. But it is what it is. I'm learning each and every day all about what truth is and what it ain't. Okay? So we have the 10 of Swords and the Page of Cups here, right? So this is a situation with someone, definitely, of course, you're looking at the 10 of Swords like that's an ending, right? Yes, but it's also an opportunity for a new beginning, whether or not it's with the same individual, right, that you ended things with, or that the ending was. This just could be an end of a negative spell, or just a down period in your connection with your person. This person may have lost themselves, you may have lost yourself, who knows? It's just could be an ending of negative energy, or it could be an ending of the relationship altogether. Okay. With the Page of Cups, however, there's an energy of someone is thinking about how it would be if things were different, or if, things, we started over, we had another chance, or if there was a whole new opportunity that came around, what would that be like? There's an energy of, thinking about this and wanting it. So we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. So this is being very, very passionate. This is also an energy of, romance. Okay. Passion, love. This could be a sense of a physical relationship that has pretty much dwindled down. Okay. This could be a marriage that is, just having issues. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And someone is thinking about starting over, but in what capacity? So let's look at that a little bit more deeply. So we're going to look at this 10 of Swords energy here to see, like, what is this ending about? What caused this ending? Is the relationship ending altogether? Is this the ending of a situation? Tell me about the 10 of Swords here. Oh, and I got my other deck, my spiral deck, you guys. I said I was going to use all blue or water themed cards. So we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so Wands is action for me, but this is not necessarily taking any action yet. This is someone who's making plans, right? They're thinking, they're in the planning phase, and that is the energy of what we're seeing here. There's someone who is making plans, perhaps. This is a situation where you're in a relationship, I feel. You haven't left yet, but you're thinking about leaving. You know what I mean? Things aren't going well. It's just not, things aren't going the way you intended, Yeah, tell me about the Page of Cups here. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Okay. These cards are flying out and going in the reverse. Look at this, the Judgment card in the reverse. Okay, so again, this is all about, lack of awareness. Like there's an energy of having doubt in the situation, doubt in whether or not you can continue down this road. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much longer you're going to be able to go on in this situation. And with the Ace of Wands here, let's see, what is this? Look at this, these cards. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. Okay, why do we have like 50 million cards keep coming? And it's not the Ace of Wands. That's why. It's the Ace of Cups, you guys. It's the Ace of Cups. It's the Ace of Cups. And so, again, this Ace of Cups also represents, romance. So let's not get it twisted, but it represents a deeper level of romance, moving to the next level in the relationship, which could also represent the Ace of Wands. Okay. So there's that. There is that. So it's also the same sense, like you're wanting to move on to a deeper level of intimacy with your person, or move on to a new person completely that will offer that intimacy. You know what I mean? So with this being said, we have the Ace of Cups, and we the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords is what came flying out. Imagine that. Okay, we have fours and eights here. All right, so, and then we have the Two. So I feel here this is someone who is not talking to their person, or there's an energy of someone who is either blocking their person, and this person is in the bed. I mean, there could be an energy of not having intimacy, not having any connection on that level, communication, maybe blocked. This person is not speaking, not talking, this person. So there's an energy of someone is shutting the other person out here, right? And I feel like one person here is coming to the end of the road. Like they can't take this anymore. There's a sense of, and it could be one person could be having a situation where they're getting over some sort of a physical ailment, or there could be some sort of a health matter with the Four of Swords, right? And so that's why they're pushing this person off. But there's something going on where this person is blocking the other person. So that's why this person is really coming to the end of their rope here, right? So moving on. And what's interesting is that every single one of these oracle messages was all about a new beginning, a new start, starting over, renewing, making things new again. It yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like a cliffhanger, because it's like, is it going to be a new person completely, or am I healing a situation with my current person that seems like it's just never going to get back on their game here? And I'm getting that energy too, because we have the Strength card. We talked about confidence, so we're going to get to that. So we have a new romantic cycle begins here, right? And then we have dreams. Your dreams need a practical plan. And so what I talked about when I pulled these cards was that it's like the energy of you want something new, right? You say you want action, you want love, you want passion, you want romance, right? But there's an energy of what are you doing to, pretty much, what are you doing to set it off? Okay. What are you doing to set it off? What are you doing to set the stage? Right. So, and if you're doing anything, is this person responding type energy? So, and if you're not doing anything, then how can you really hold this person accountable for not responding? So there's that. So let's just see how this goes. So what's interesting is, look, we have the strength card here. So we're going to talk about courage now and confidence, because that's what I wanted to touch on. So interesting. I didn't realize that it was here. But yeah, so we pulled the strength card here. We pulled the Page of Pentacles and the strength card. And under the deck, we ended up having I ended up reshuffling and then looked under the deck because I forgot to look under the deck. And we had the King of Wands sitting there. So definitely giving me energy of someone who needs to have the confidence, first of all, that they're doing something that's going to work or that's going to succeed. So I'm getting someone who may be shutting down because they already feel this energy of failure coming from either maybe the other person, maybe it's from within. I don't know. But whatever it is, this person is lacking confidence in even putting themselves out there. With that Page of Pentacles, this is, remember I said star student, the person that always has their hand up in class. They want to answer the questions because they know that they've studied. They know they're going to get the answers right, this and that. But if they don't think they're going to get the answers right, they're not going to throw their hand up in the air. And this is that person right now with the King of Wands under the deck. This is someone who is planning in advance. Okay. And they want to make sure that they are confident enough with that strength card, with the Page of Pentacles, to throw themselves in a situation. All right. So there is that. And this could be the same on both ends. This could be your energy or your person's energy. All right. So it could be that you don't necessarily want to throw yourself out there unless you know that you're going to get a positive response, right? So there's a lot going on, I feel like, in this situation. I don't know why, but I'm getting an energy of a health situation, a health crisis. Even it could even be depression, which that is health, it's mental health. So it falls in line. So we're going to keep going. So let's go ahead here and look at the strength card here. And let's see what we get for the strength card. Again, this strength card can represent not just confidence or having confidence, but somebody who's holding back because they don't have enough confidence, right? Which I think y'all get it. Okay. So strength card, we have the Tower. Okay. The Tower. So this represents something that is happening all of a sudden that literally is like changing, life changing, or it's changing things. It can change the fate of a situation. Everything changes when the Tower shows up. Okay. Whether it's your feelings for a situation, this could also represent something crashing down, but it could represent beliefs or a belief system. So maybe something you always believed or always thought, okay, about yourself, okay, or something this person always was thinking about themselves. Something is going to be changing. Something is going to happen or take place. So a Tower moment, right? That I feel like is going to shift this person's energy. Now, the King of Wands represents boss energy. This is someone who is confident. They're a leader. You know what I mean? They know that they can make it happen at the end of the day. So I feel like, and again, the strength card is in the upright. So there is not a energy of this person feeling weak. It's just needing to have the confidence in order to proceed. Okay. To get what they need. Okay. So there's that tower coming in for the strength card. So yeah, there's going to be a sudden change or a boost in confidence here. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. And this person is going to show it. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Being more involved is when I'm getting more active. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands here. So this is an energy of responsibility. Someone who is really working hard, okay? Going out of their way is the energy that I'm getting with that 10 of Wands. It's someone who is really, really going out of their way to show that they are the one, okay? Show that they are the one. They also feel a heavy responsibility or a duty. Like this is very important to them to do this. Okay. This has been something they've been waiting on for a long time. Now they have their opportunity and, you know, there's a little stress. Okay. But this person is ready to make it happen. So the 10 of Wands is definitely an action card. Okay, but it's someone who has been doing a lot, but not enough. Let's just say that. Doing the most, doing too much, but not enough at the same time, if that makes sense. So there's something good that's coming in here. You have the 10 of Cups here under the deck. I wasn't even looking under the deck right now. Tell me about this King of Wands here. This is boss energy with this King of Wands. This is definitely someone who is charming. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the 2 of Cups. I do feel like this person is going to be fighting for the connection. Like this is someone that you are currently in the connection with. I feel like there's an energy of just when you thought it was over, this person is going to get a boost of confidence or motivation, maybe because they feel like you're pulling away. You know what I'm saying? They feel you distancing, okay, yourself. They feel the distance, okay? And this is probably what's also causing them to have a lack of confidence. So it's having a negative effect on this person. And I feel like that's why, Cancer, this reading is more towards you looking at this person or focusing on this person a little more closely, looking at their heart, looking at their inner heart, how they make you feel, how you feel when you're around this person, not so much what you see when you initially look at this person from a distance or just taking it at face value. So there's a deeper rooted situation that I feel like needs to be healed. Okay. I feel like it needs to be healed. I feel like this person is highly sensitive or reactional. Maybe they've been hurt as well. Either way, there's something that's going on and you both are feeding off of each other's energy. But I feel like the moment that it clicks, it's going to click. So we have love life here. Okay, so let's talk about this. So considering either cutting your losses, okay, with this person, because we have the moon in the reverse, and then we have the 5 of swords in the reverse. So it's like you're thinking about either cutting your losses with this person or trying to get past the communication and get clarity into whatever your issues are and work on this thing. Okay. With the Four of Pentacles, like it's an energy of either cutting your losses because you're protecting your energy, or getting clarity and, getting to the bottom of the situation because you are protecting and guarding your heart, and your heart is lying with this person. You obviously care about this person. So there's some consideration here that you're making for either something new or renewed. That's what that card talks about. So am I going to stay or am I going to go? Am I going to make this work? Or am I going to cut my losses and go find something new? Right? So that's what's happening. So let's see here. Tell me about the moon in the reverse. Let's start there, because this is all about getting to the truth of the matter, right? Figuring out like what went wrong. Okay, maybe I got this wrong. Maybe I misunderstood. Oh, look at this, y'all. The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords with the moon in the reverse, baby. This is all about hidden information, needing clarity, making difficult decisions, not having all the information, right? And needing to get it. So it's like, how can you make a difficult decision like this without getting all the information? See? And I feel like with that Four of Pentacles there's the energy of you are, considering this person, you care about this person. You're going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this matter. So let's just see how they do. Let's just see how they do. We have the Five of Swords. It's in the reverse. Now, this talks about, like I said, cutting your losses, or either, working on things, okay? Being sorry that things went this way. Tell me about this Five of Swords in the reverse, okay? And look, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so this is all about divine guidance. So I do feel for you, this is very, very spiritual for you, because I definitely feel with the Ten of Wands, you've been with this person for a long time, the Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups here. And with the Tower, there's an energy of like, this is like a do or die moment. Like either this is going to work or it's not. You know what I mean? So I feel that you may definitely be listening to your intuition. You may be praying, meditating, thinking a lot about what to do, asking spirit to guide you on this matter, right? Two of Swords. This is talking about not necessarily having all the information. Maybe there's some things that you just have to either trust this person on or not, right? And you're going to have to listen to your heart here, okay? You are. Four of Pentacles. You're going to have to guard your heart and, hold it closely. Whatever is your heart is telling you. Tell me about this Four of Pentacles energy. This says being too frivolous or too cautious with money. It could also represent time, energy. Okay, so you're being too cautious with your time and your energy. Good business decisions, right? It's in the upright. And giving to those less fortunate. Like I said, having the benefit of the doubt when it comes to this person, even though this person isn't coming through the way you want them to come through, or they're not communicating the way you want them to, or they communicated negatively in the past, whatever the case may be. Let's just see. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. I just feel a sense of hard. Someone's really hard. Someone is really hard on their person. And I'm not saying that to get under anybody's skin. Take it how it resonates. This could definitely be your person's energy. So, okay. So we have, look, y'all. I cannot make it up. Y'all, the Five of Swords in the reverse again. Oh, oh my gosh. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. So I feel like there's going to be an energy of feeling bad a little bit, or, just being very like guarded about not wanting to make a decision too quickly without taking any consideration. You know what I mean? So there's definitely some remorse here. And this Five of Swords, y'all, does represent getting back together. And we have it twice. Okay. So I cannot make this up. I wouldn't. It's in the same exact group of cards. How the heck does that happen unless Spirit wanted it to? I'm not making this happen. I don't have like magic cards. I just don't. I don't know who wouldn't want to be subscribed to get this type of information, because this is honest. This is the way it is, y'all. You take it how it resonates. I'm not forcing this on you. Okay. That's what's most important. So let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. So this one is focused on love. Okay. Right. Look for the good in everyone. All right. Look for the good in everyone, not just some people. Okay. Don't be judgmental, Cancer. That's what I'm saying. Don't be judgmental. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge them by everything that you see on the outside, because the heart is guarded. Don't you see the Four of Pentacles? The heart is guarded. You have to give this person the benefit of the doubt for being protective as well. So give this person the benefit of the doubt for being protective, and see maybe if there's something deeper that you're not seeing. Ask questions. We have the Page of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so talk about asking questions. That is what this is. You are asking questions, maybe of others, maybe their peers, their friends, their family. Maybe you're asking them. Maybe you're just asking questions of yourself, of Spirit. Maybe, you're just pondering. But I feel like there's going to be an energy of some sort of questions that are going to be asked, and someone is going to get clarity. Okay. Page of Swords is all about getting clarity, because why? You were concerned. There was some anxiety because you weren't sure if this is the one. So you were focusing, you were trying to get more information about something, so that why? The King of Pentacles, so that you can feel secure, you can feel safe. There it is. But yes, King of Pentacles here. All right. Asking questions, focusing on what's within, the real deal about a person, not just the outward appearance and what others are, but all of it, and until you feel comfortable in order to move forward. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, Cancer. This is such a beautiful reading. And then we have the Fool. Ooh. Didn't I tell you my ears are ringing? Didn't I tell you new beginnings is all over this entire reading? It is. So the Page of Swords is all about vulnerability. It's all about taking a risk, trying something new. If you continue doing the same things over and over again, do you expect anything different? Right? That's how you go insane. But if you take a risk, the Fool here, um, and try something different. You never know. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Okay, baby. 9 of Cups. Okay. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Being confident that everything that you need, or that everything that all this person will fulfill your wishes. Okay. Being confident in that. Taking a risk as well, because you're moving towards your 10 of Cups. That is exactly what's happening. You're moving towards your 10 of Cups. Now we're getting ready to move on to the Magician in the reverse. And look, we have the Magician under the deck here. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with this energy here, because that's deep. I didn't think we would have the Magician in the upright. And now we're getting ready to talk about the Magician in the reverse. So this person is very charming. Okay. First of all, they are extremely charming. Okay. But there's also a rebellious nature about them. Okay. So I do believe at the end of the day, this person, once their confidence kicks in, because it's going to happen, once this person's confidence kicks in, I feel like this person, that's when things are going to change, because we have this King of Pentacles here. All right. We have this Fool card. So again, there is someone here who is taking a risk because they obviously feel comfortable enough to do so. And again, take it how it resonates. This could be your energy. This could be your person's energy. All right. This could be yours, or this could be your person. So they're charming. They're going to use their charm here. We've got awakening here. Archangel Gabriel. Okay. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay. The King of Wands. Or the Knight of Wands. I'm sorry. The Knight of Wands. And that represents someone who's extremely charming, someone who uses their charm to attract others. And that is exactly what this person is going to do. Then they're going to go forward and get what they want. And that is you. At the end of the day, that is you, baby. They're waking up to the fact that you are all they've wanted this entire time. Right? And so I feel like they're going to use whatever it is that makes them this Knight of Wands. You see what I'm saying? They're waking up to the fact that they already have whatever it takes. They're going to use that to their benefit here. So let's see here. I feel like this person is going to realize that confidence is what it is that they needed this entire time. Like somehow they've been missing it. Tell me about this Magician in the reverse. See, they feel like they don't have what they have. Like they're wasting their talents. They feel like they're not using, like like they lost their mojo type energy. You know what I mean? Like a magician without their wand, you know, literally. This could be an energy of someone, like I said, who's having health issues and that is affecting their love life, okay? And they're not, obviously not being open about this with their person, but that's another reading. Tell me about the Magician in the reverse. That is another reading here. So interesting here. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It landed completely on its side. I literally can't say whether it's in the upright or it's in the reverse here. I'm going to take it in the upright. You know why I'm going to take it in the upright? Because I want to. But either way, in the upright, the Eight of Pentacles represents someone who is doing work on themselves. Okay? Whether it's behind the scenes, whether people can see them doing it, but they're doing work. Why? Because they feel like there's something that they're lacking or missing, or they feel there's something going on. And this person is working on that. They're making some sort of effort, right? They're making some sort of effort. So just take it however it resonates, you guys. But I feel like there's somewhere that this person with awakening, they're going to have an epiphany here. They're going to have an epiphany. Tell me about this epiphany. Tell me about this awakening, Archangel Gabriel. And I'll tell you what it says here. It says, look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Do you see what I'm saying here? This is a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Don't change. You know what I'm saying? Just because there is, we have something going on right now, you have to look at it from a different perspective. And it's saying to be yourself. I feel like this person needs to just be confident in who they are. Whoa, that card fell out, flipped over. Look, y'all. See, Four of Pentacles is in the reverse. Okay. Four of Pentacles is in the reverse. This is insecurity. This is someone who is insecure. There's something that this person needs to see differently. Okay. And this also represents being reckless, right? Because you're insecure. So there's an energy of not being reckless just because you don't have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? There's an energy of not losing yourself. Okay? Be yourself. This is just a temporary pause or a standstill. Things are going to get better. It doesn't mean you have to change, because that started a ripple effect. Just because this person was going through whatever they were going through, then they're the ones that decided that they were going to, act differently and stop being who they are to Cancer. And now Cancer's on their way out the door because they don't know what the hell's going on. Or vice versa. You may be holding things from your person and they may be on their way out the door because they don't know what the hell's going on with you. Okay. So it says be yourself, and someone is. We have the Knight of Fire here, Knight of Wands. Okay. Rebellious energy. I'm going to go and conquer and get what I want, and that's going to be that. So tell me about the Knight of Fire. They're going for their Empress. They're going to collect you. They're on their horse. They are on a mission to prove, right, that they are the one. Okay. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Well, there it is, baby. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. This is very compassionate energy, first of all. And I feel like this is a message again. I feel that this is a message coming in, because this is all about being nurturing, being sensitive, right? Being sensitive. I feel like compassion. I feel like this is what is going to help this person get their power back, right? Now, whether or not they use that for good or evil purposes, that's going to be on them. Under the deck, which I haven't looked under the deck yet, but we might as well. We're at the end here. We have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Yeah. Four of Cups, Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, and the King of Wands. This person is definitely going to go out of their way to do whatever they have to do to make sure they fix things before they lose you. They don't want to lose you. They don't want to see you walk away. They don't want you to separate. But this person is going to go out of their way to make sure it doesn't happen. We also have Four Swords here with the Ace of Swords and the Three of Swords. That represents healing. All right. We have the Justice card here behind all things. So I do feel like this is a situation where someone's going to be honest about their feelings. And look, we have the Lovers. This is coming back together. This is a situation that is going to heal. With the Chariot, someone is definitely coming back home. There's going to be traveling, or there's an energy of you traveling or coming back to the situation. I'm telling you right now. Look, we have the Ace of Cups at the end of the, y'all, I can't. We started with the Ace of Cups, didn't we? We asked that question. So this is going to be a new start. This is going to be a new beginning. Things are going to be healed in your connection. All right. This is a beautiful reading. And if I decide to open this up to the collective, it's purely up to me at this point. But you all feel free to please join the channel membership. I'm going to start uploading videos for that right now. Likely this is going to be a membership video. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining the membership. Thank you for purchasing the extendeds, those of you who did. All right. And I love each and every one of you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. God bless, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.
I cannot stand